What's going on, people? Mizzy GC here, and today I'm going to discuss some updates and things that are happening this week in Pokemon Go. I'll be discussing the changes to the remote raid passes, which is very exciting. I'll be discussing the Suicune battle weekend, how to prepare for it and what to expect from it. And another thing that I'll be discussing is the Crown Clash event that's starting tomorrow when this video is released. And I'm going to go over some of the highlights from my raid hour yesterday, which wasn't perfect, and I'll be doing 3 remote raids at the end of this video as well. Firstly, just a quick shiny update before we get started. On the way here, I got this Abra. And if you look at this Abra, I'm sure you see there's a 96, but I thought I got a Shundo for a second, but then it came out, it's a 96 15 attack, which is unreal. So I'll put the infographic up, but the first thing that's changed is that the remote raid passes from the 13th of May are going to go from a limit of 5 to a limit of 10. Now, to put into perspective, of course, that's twice as many coins that you'd be spending before. So if it's 525 for 3 remote passes, it would be 1,050 for 6 remote passes. So if you're going to do your 10 a day, it will cost you roughly, well, about 2,000 coins. So that's a lot more coins to spend. Hopefully there's no mention of it on this infographic, but maybe they might change the price with this new change, not sure about that. But for all you hardcore raiders in rural areas, this is kind of a great thing because you get more chances to do the remotes that you want. Also included in that, shadow raids will be part of the Pokemon that can be done using remote raid passes, which they trialed during a register weekend at one point, which really worked out. I quite liked it. It gives a lot of people a good chance to do rocket raids because those are the ones that even I struggle to do all the time unless I'm in the big group at the Crystal Palace meetup. Something very exciting, especially for rural players, will be the fact that the remote raid passes can be used for Dynamax and Gigantamax battles. Now, this is going to be groundbreaking. Lobbies are going to be even more full in central London or wherever you're raiding. Just in the fine print here, of course, you can use the remote raid pass, but that's not all that's used. So if you do end up winning the Gigantamax or Dynamax battle, it still will use the max particles. So you're kind of using both. So I honestly recommend that if you can and have the resources and the people around you to do it, to still go to in-person events and only raid if you need to remotely. Another thing in the small print that it says towards the bottom, I'll highlight it now, is that trainers who participate in the max raids in person will get better rewards. So the remote raids have a kind of a cap on what you can get. We'll obviously see in due time what the cap is going to be. Also, instead of being able to just hold 1,000 max particles, that's going to be raised on the 19th of May once again to 1,500 particles. So that makes, I think it makes a big difference. It seems like a little bit, but slowly it will go up, and then hopefully down the line we'll be able to hold like 3,000, which will be kind of a lot. So some of these are changes I did not expect whatsoever, but I think a lot of people in the communities, especially, as I said, the rural communities or the people that live in kind of discrete areas, have been calling out for this one. So hopefully it improves it, the gameplay and like the in-game experience. Next up is the Suicune battle weekend. That's the Dynamax one. Now I will be doing car raids again with a few of my friends. The team that I'll be using, in terms of tanks, I'll have 2 tanks. One of them being my Blissey, one of them being my Blastoise, and then my main attacker, I'm going to use my Gigantamax Toxtricity. Unless this is your first time doing a D-Max battle or D-Max Legendary, then you should be familiar with this. It's pretty simple if you're prepared well enough. So that's the reason my Blissey is level 50. Tanking as many attacks as possible whilst building up the max meter. Blissey is a great one. Blastoise, of course, because it's resistance to Suicune's 2 attacks, which will be Ice Beam, and 4 water type attacks, including Scald, I believe, Hydro Pump, etc. And of course, the Toxtricity, that's only being used to switch in at the time of attack, or when it's time to G-Max and attack, and then you switch back into the tanks straight away afterwards. Other Pokemon that can be used here are Venusaur, but I'm going to avoid Venusaur because if Suicune has Ice Beam, then that is super effective against it. You can use Zapdos, and for the same reason, I probably wouldn't use Zapdos, but if you haven't got any other electric options, then Zapdos is the way forward. The attack should be max level 3 or maxed out. If you have the resources. If not, level 2 will have to do it. Lapras is another tank that can be used because of its resistance towards water and ice moves, but personally I prefer to use Blastoise because it's quite tanky, as well as Lapras, but I think it builds the max meter a bit faster. That's just from personal experience. And I'm going to put up one different infographic now. Feel free to pause now if you want to have a look, but this gives you all other options as well. But as I said, I think I'm sticking with Blissey, Blastoise and Toxtricity. I'm adding this in a bit later while I'm doing the incense walk, guys. But just another thing regarding the Suicune, when it comes to, oopsie, where is it? When it comes to the Dynamax Suicune Battle Weekend time research, I recommend always getting these done as early as possible. Now, as you can see, I've got an unclaimed task here, 4 particles, and of course the final reward is more particles. Sadly, I clicked one by accident, so I did collect 300 particles from here by accident, but I recommend saving those particles for the day of the event, because then it doesn't count, when you collect those, it doesn't count towards your collected total of max particles for the day. Also, I recommend saving the 300 also from the day before, from walking. Yeah, all these little things make a bit of a difference when it comes to maximizing your experience, especially, I'm sure free-to-play players know this already, but especially to maximize it with if you're free to play. Saves you doing like loads and loads of running around, and also you've got enough for at least one, sometimes two, before the day even starts. An event that I'm really looking forward to is the Crown Clash event that's happening between May 10th and May the 18th. The Crown Clash event's going to release a brand new Pokemon, which is King Gambit. I've mentioned it before. I'm really looking forward to evolving my shiny Bishop into that King Gambit. The way to actually evolve King Gambit is not going to be a fast one, but you have to defeat, with Bishop as your buddy, 15 Dark or Steel type Pokemon in raids. So I feel for you free-to-play players, but your patience hasn't worn thin yet, so I'm sure this won't stop you. Next up, Nidoqueen and Nidoking will be appearing with these crowns on, which of course is quite fitting considering they are the king and the queen. And they actually have an increased chance of being shiny, and I cannot wait to hunt these down because we all know I love a costume shiny. The boosted Pokemon in the wild will be Slowpoke, Combee and Litleo, which is quite fitting, of course, in case you didn't know that they all represent kings and queens when they've evolved. So Slowking, Vespiquen, and Litleo, of course, is Simba from The Lion King. So yeah, it all fits in. Something new that they're doing is that once you've completed the collection challenge, which is to collect obviously whatever Pokemon they put in the challenge, then after that you'll be able to, every time you evolve a Pokemon, you'll be getting a guaranteed XL candy of that Pokemon you've evolved. So a nice little extra bonus to come with collection challenges. So we'll see where they take that in the future. The last couple of things to discuss will be the community days happening. Paw Me community days coming up, so I'm actually looking forward to that because now it gives Paw Me some meaning. I mean, some of you might not know this, but Paw Me was in eggs. Paw Me was released and just was everywhere all the time for a long time. So it just had no meaning to me because it had no shiny. I got loads and loads of good ones. So looking forward to that Com Day. Gonna see a brand new shiny release, which means another family in the shiny decks. So on the Com Day, you'll be able to complete all 3 of those for sure. And if you haven't seen yet, the Community Day Classic, which is gonna be matchup. I don't know about your account, but I've already got all of these matchup candies, candy XLs. I've got an army of Machamps, I've got shinies, I've got Shadow Shiny, I've got so many, so it's not really one that I wanted to see, but I guess it makes sense with Gigantamax Machamp coming out to grind as many XL candies as possible, and you can max out that Machamp quite easily when it does come around this month. Now that's all over with. I hope it's been some useful information, but I'm really looking forward to some of these things in the coming days. I'm about to get into the free remote raids, so hopefully we can get a shiny Tapu Fini to make up for the lack of shinies that we got yesterday. Let's see if we've managed it on this one. We haven't managed it. 1970, I know that's not a great one. I also have my daily incense to do, which I'll be doing after this, and then we're going to go on to Marcello's highlights of the Shundos. I need to get some screenshots of him. Please give me a shiny above 90. Let's go. Non-shiny, what do I expect? 1987, it's not great. Just walk towards where I'm going to start my route, because I need to do that towards the hearts for my Reshiram, because that way when it comes to hyper training, you'll be a great buddy and we can hyper train that bad boy, which is one of the criteria for hyper training, by the way. It's got to be your buddy and it's got to be at least 2 hearts friendship, which is a great buddy. So let's see if we can get this on the last raid. Come on, give me a shiny Tapu Fini. Oh, no shiny, 1607, it's average, but I'm going to get this daily incense going as I do this route. This could potentially be the only good thing that comes out of this daily incense. This is a make 5 great curveball throws in a row task, which gives a, oh my god, what's his name, Spinder, and the Spinder has 1 in 64 chance of being shiny. Let's see if we can do it on this one. We couldn't do it, guys. 5 on 7 sounds pretty good though. I'll show that if that's any good. And this, guys, is one of the most satisfying screens in the game. Having that all filled out. The only way it could have been better is if I got a souvenir or items from my buddy Pokemon that gives you 2 more hearts, or 4 if you're really lucky and you already had a Puffin on, or the Pokemon was excited. And if I did my Pokemon Sleep last night and got 2 extra ones, which would have made it, I think 32 is the absolute max you can get. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, what a satisfying sight. We're trying to get this to best buddy eventually. Sadly, guys, nothing came out of that one. So let's chop straight to the highlights of Marcello's Shundos. Today, I'm out for raid hour. I'm in Mitcham, as you can see by this clock tower. The reason we are here is with 2 special guests. We got Maggie and Marcello.
Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna trio these ones for now. 2 people might turn up and we're gonna see what we get. This is the end of raid number 1.
Shiny!
Luckily, I got it already. It wasn't the best IV, sadly, but that's a lucky trade waiting to happen, as we always say. Let's see if we can match it. We cannot, but it's okay. 1575. His was 1574. This is the end of number 2. If you are active on Discord or Instagram, I'm going to put his handle up now, but you can follow Marcelo. He's very active on all of these socials, and you know he's the person that you want to know as well. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see if he can give us this luck. 3, 2, 1.
Is it shiny?
It is not a shiny.
1592
is terrible though. Oh, hello Maggie. How are you?
Cold.
Let's see what we can get out of this one. I know it was below 1600 again, but if it sparkles, that's all that matters to me. Yeah, don't worry. They don't even deserve reactions. These ones. We have a lot of Shundinis that we need to see.
Shundos. So let's do shinies. We've got 2,174 shinies.
Oh my goodness. He doesn't know how many Shundos he has, by the way, guys.
Let's check. Guess. From how many years? 8 years.
8 years.
Okay,
200.
That's 10. Put in the comments if you've got more Shundos than me. So yeah, let me talk you through them. Well,
oh my god, I see a Ray there.
That is from Maggie over there.
Oh, yes.
Shundo Ray, Stockport, shout out to the Stockport crew. We did that the day of the Rayquaza event, like the day you could Mega Evolve it with the meteorite. I got it on the train on the way to London Go Fest outside Tulse Hill Station.
Oh my god.
The best Shundo in the game, level 51, maxed fully.
I can't wait for my hyper-trained one, man.
I
can't wait to hyper-train it.
Oh, I'd love to see how many 98s. I haven't looked into that. This one was just in the wild in Mitcham, one day at 10 Shundo. This was a community day one.
Oh, you beat me. I got a 98 on that day.
Community day. This was lucky trade from Stig. We did this, and then he got I think he got a lucky hundo as well that day. That was in the news article actually.
What?
GoHub posted about that. That was crazy. This was community day. It must have been, yeah, Togetic community day. I think that was in East London. This one was from a trade from my friend. It went Shundo random, not even a lucky trade.
What? Just a random Nincada.
I still don't have enough XL for it. I need 130 more XL. This was community day. My bay, before my bay. Gardevoir, such a good Mega Evolve one. This was lucky trade with Liz at GoFest as well. That was a GoFest trade.
Octillery. Was it Remoraid at the time or?
It was Remoraid, yeah. I think I just wanted to trade it just because we were lucky and I didn't have the shiny and it went Shundo. Oh my goodness. This one I think was from
Sinnoh?
No, Field Research.
No way.
Field Research. I got that at work.
Hisuian Sneasel.
And then yeah, I showed my manager at work. He was like, "What the hell is this? You play Pokemon?"
No way.
And then
whoa, the new one, yeah?
Captain.
Oh, was it when it first came out? Oh,
it was from a trade as well. So Boo Boo Kitty trade. So yeah, do your trades. Try and do one special trade a day.
Oh my
to get
goodness.
your Shundo. That's the advice I can give. So yeah, 10 Shundos. If you can beat it.
10 Shundos and we have 4, but he's been playing for maybe 4 or 5 times as long as me, so...
And he's motivated to do his trades.
The trades, yeah.
Yeah, trade guys, look, if you're lucky friends with me, let's make those trades happen, please. I need some Shundos. Thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.